This is a 3rd and 6. Baseline. Under pressure, and he is dumped.
Disruptors on the edge. Now he has a partner in crime, and that's going to be something we're going to see throughout the season. But a nice start by Will McDonald.
Veteran Riley Dixon will punt it for Tampa Bay. Return man is Jamal Pritchett, standing at his own 14. High kick, sailing. Pritchett brings it in cleanly at the 12. Makes a move, avoids, and spins his way across the 25-yard line. Nice return after the 53-yard kick, 14 yards on the run back. Kade Clubnik, 22 years old, 4th-round pick. The composure, the poise, that's always been a part of Klubnik's persona. The numbers went down his senior year. I think that's probably why he fell down on some draft boards. But you go back to his junior year, and his parents saw every single snap that he took. He had big numbers in 2024, 3,639 yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Klubnik told us he's been preparing for this his whole life. And hits Mason Taylor, poised for a breakout year. Second-year tight end brings it in for 12. And Team Klubnik likes what they see.
Yeah, no, that's a great start. And you want to get him into a flow. You know, Frank Reich, listen, he knows how to operate. It's not going to be hard what they're installing for this preseason game. He wants his guys to go out there, play fast. So it'll be simplistic, but it'll give his quarterback, his tight ends, and everybody else that's on the field an opportunity to shine. And that's what you get with a seasoned offensive coordinator like Frank Reich.
Breece Hall signed to the new contract, 3 years, $46 million. He flanks Klubnik. And a first down for New York. Out across the 35. Operating out of the gun. He shovels it. The timing was off. And Hall is quickly brought down by Garnes. Aiden Garnes, rookie out of Arizona, gets to the running back for a loss of 5.
Yeah, well, Kade Clubnik thought it was going to be a run handoff, and then you have Breece looking like it's some type of a swing or a pass. Again, I just talked about making it easy, right, and having some execution early, and you kind of have a fumble there on the second play. So, again, now it pushes you back after a nice gain on first down, and now you got to work behind the sticks with, again, when you're a young quarterback, these are tough positions to be in.
Second down and 15 for the Jets. Klubnik, protection holds up, and he's on the money to Taylor. Turns it upfield to the 40 for a gain of 7. Here's tonight's offensive players to watch, brought to you by Honda. Nice that we worked in a tight end for you, AB.
Yeah, it's excellent. He already has 2 catches in the first 3 plays. But, again, his growth, his development, I heard him talking about, hey, yards after the catch, trying to break the first tackle. I think that's important for him. We'll look at that as we get in the preseason. And the surprise of camp, Isaiah Williams, you know, they got a lot of receivers. We've talked about Garrett and all these guys. A big returner from last year, but he's been exciting in the slot for this football team, and we'll see how he plays coming off a really good camp.
Klubnik, step, lets it fly, going upstairs, Garrett Wilson, what a grab! First down. 21-yard completion.
The poise in the pocket. He stands and delivers. It's a little bit high and outside, but guess what? If you're going to throw it to anybody to make that catch, Garrett Wilson's the guy. Runs a dig route, gets to the top. Nice clear out on the inside by the receiver, and then he's able to get in space, and Klubnik understands and operates and functions properly. Again, dig routes, we haven't seen a lot of those. I bet you Garrett Wilson is licking his chops right now after catching that one.
And a couple of Austin natives grew up 5 minutes from one another. Klubnik trying to get the angle, and he'll just get to the sideline. He chucked it right at the last moment.
How many times do you see a young quarterback maybe step out of bounds there and lose 2 yards, right? And I think there, as you go back again, you're always learning and growing as a young quarterback. You'll watch the film and they'll say, you know what? Your read wasn't there. You had some time. You got flushed. It's open. Run. Take it. And he's really athletic. I think that's one of the hidden qualities that he has that he did at Clemson. And you'll probably see that today. And they'll talk about that on the sidelines. And you'll probably see him run a few times in this game as well if things don't open up.
Came out of the same high school as Hall of Famer Drew Brees, Super Bowl champion Nick Foles, who was a mentor of Klubnik's. It's a running play, and it's Breece Hall. Strong effort, taking it across the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it just shy of the 34. That's a 5-yard pickup for Hall. Just told us that it's a great team feel right now, very similar to his rookie year, the mix of veterans and young guys. He said The vibes have been fantastic beyond football. A lot of foursquare in the locker room, a lot of ping pong, which apparently Klubnik has been dominating.
I saw him in practice. He gave me a hug, and I said, man, you look like a guy that's got new money in his pocket. It's good to feel that way, right? Now you know you're the guy, and they're going to use him and make him earn every penny of it.
You did say that, right?
I did, absolutely, 100%. I would never lie.
You can get away with it. Klubnik. He's got his man, Garrett Wilson, first down. The chemistry has been there, 11 yards.
Now you got him running a shallow cross, but let's really just talk about the protection, right? The offensive line, the starters are out there, and it's been solid. Olufashinu Membu does a great job. And again, you see Garrett Wilson, his ability to extend, pluck the ball out of the air. You get this guy in a groove. Like, can anybody stop him? That's kind of what you get from him when he's part of the offense. He's part of the offense early, and you see that. Frank Reich, get my guy involved. They're only going to probably play a series, and he can come off feeling real good about himself in the first preseason game.
Back to the ground game. Hall cuts it to the outside, stumbling out of bounds. Looked like Hall might take it the distance. Instead, it's another first down for New York. 1st and goal.
Yeah, good job on the seal here. You got Tippmann on the outside. You just want to get Garrett Wilson into the secondary guy, but it doesn't matter because Breece Hall's able to get through, but he gets tripped up just a little bit, loses his balance on the outside. Maybe some of that World Cup grass is still hanging out on the field over there. But man, this is nice. Nice runs, good passes. This offense looks really good here in this first drive.
Offensive line is Fashanu, Parham, the pickup from Las Vegas, Myers, Tippmann, and Membu. 1st and goal for New York. Hall in the backfield. He gets the call. Hall makes two men miss on the spin move, and they'll just try to push the pile. Finally whistle it down out near the 7. Give him a gain of 2.5.
I think last year you really saw Hall when it was only one side and just running the football, not a lot of passing game to complement. He had to make a lot of people miss, and right now you see a little bit of that on that last run. It wasn't for a lot of yards, but man, to get hit in the backfield, be able to shake some guys and get positive yards, that's huge, so you don't get pushed back as an offense.
It is the 10th play of the drive, a 2nd and goal for the Jets, trying to score on their first possession of the night and first possession of the preseason. Klubnik from the gun, out of the pocket. Klubnik. And he's out of bounds. It's going to be a loss on the play. It goes down as a sack as he's out at the 9-yard line. Tampa Bay was ready for him, giving chase to Marion Williams, the veteran formerly with Baltimore.
Yeah, they had trips, 3 receivers to the right, and he had Mason Taylor kind of running an out route on the move. It's hard. It would have been a little bit throwing behind him, a little bit risky. He doesn't take the chance here. They get another chance on 3rd down to operate here inside the 10.
Wilson lines up on the outside for New York. Working from the gun, the rookie Klubnik. 3rd and goal. Protection holds up. Klubnik rifles too high. He was looking for Wilson. And it's 4th down for the Jets. Field goal unit comes on.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson's on the right-hand side. Protection's outstanding. He kind of runs a little bit of a sail route. You want to dip across. He doesn't continue to go outside, and he kind of stops, kind of fools the quarterback a little bit. Again, it's a nice start, though. Those two guys connected on the dig route, on the shallow cross. It's a good start for the young quarterback, and you get everybody involved. And the protection, most importantly, was really good up front.
It's a competition at kicker between Cade York and Jason Sanders. York, who has kicked for Cleveland, the Giants, Washington, and Cincinnati, will get the first crack at it. 27-yard attempt. And the Jets are on the board. York nails it. Klubnik, strong showing in his NFL debut. The Jets lead the Buccaneers 3-0.
Catch to let it go in, and right there the Jets take advantage.
Tucker remains in the backfield for Tampa Bay. The 3rd-string quarterback, Bazelak, will pitch it to him. Tucker stops, slashes, and brought down just across the 15 by the veteran Harrison Phillips.
When he puts a stamp on everything, right? He's dialed in. He's got Frank Reich to be kind of the head coach of the offense. I think situational, who's helping him with that? How is he tracking those things? Those become another added plate for him as a head coach.
Low throw, Bazelak makes the connection to Hurst. Nice move upfield as he cut it out across the 20-yard line. It is enough for a first down.
Again, the Jets are playing their starters here in the second drive, which is good to see. Nice little move there by the young receiver, the rookie for Tampa Bay. And again, they got to mesh together. There's a lot of new pieces. I talked about it, Ian. There's 8 new defensive players on this football team, and they're all either going to start or be part of that alignment every single week. They must play real football together through the preseason.
It was Brandon Stevens who had the assignment on the outside. The move by Hurst, rookie out of Georgia State, 3rd-round pick, gives Tampa Bay a first down. Stepping up, Bazelak. He throws it to the open man, Hurst. And finally brought down at the 46, unless it was ruled incomplete. It was. Low throw, and it did clearly touch the ground.
He may have controlled it, but we'll see. I mean, it did touch the ground. It's a heck of an effort by that young kid. Really tough deal there when you're almost like a catcher, like Tony Pena, on your knees trying to catch that football. You know, Todd's probably looking at this and saying, hey, you know, was it moving when it did hit the ground? And that'll be what the discussion is about.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Tampa Bay is challenging that ruling.
And we have Dwayne Haight as our referee here tonight. Haight getting an opportunity in the preseason to shift roles from the umpire position. We'll come back after they take a look.
They are.
Motion man is sharp. Bazelak on the move. He'll float one upstairs. One-handed attempt is incomplete. Dean Patterson, the intended target, is going to set up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Dean Patterson's from my hometown. How about that? I didn't play with my son against him in high school, but watch David Bailey. You see how he gets up the field. That's great, but this is what you have to learn as a pass rusher, especially against athletic quarterbacks. Make sure you don't get too far past the quarterback and just go by, because those quarterbacks will step up and run. So again, that'll be something probably not against the quarterback that's playing for the Bucs tonight, but as the season goes on, can you be a disciplined pass rusher? But clearly a first step that's been really good and shown it throughout camp.
David Bailey had 14.5 sacks last season at Texas Tech. He had transferred from Stanford. The throw caught by Patterson. Patterson tries to make a move upfield and gets hit hard. 3 Jets defenders were ready to greet him, so swarm mentality. Brownlee and Zaire Thomas there. It's 4th down after the gain of 6.
A collection of Jets, but actually who the cleanup guy was Demario Davis, is coming in like a heat-seeking missile. 15 years in the league. This guy is flying around still. Like, again, I feel like I could have played 15 years, but this guy is doing it at the highest level, and he's coming off his best season yet with 143 total tackles last year.
Another punt here for Riley Dixon. No pressure. High kick. Backpedaling Pritchett from the 10. Pritchett lost his footing, spin against the grain, and gets hit twice out near the 15-yard line. 62-yard kick and a 5-yard return with a flag on the play. It's down at the near side 16. So we're going to hear from Dwayne Haight. Jets have a 3-0 lead over the Bucs. It's going to work against Tampa Bay as Haight heads towards the Jets sideline.
The player of the kicking team went out of bounds. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 4th down.
So they are going to re-kick it.
You see at the bottom of your screen, you can't run out of bounds right there.
The player out of bounds was number 24.
And guess who number 24 is? Just, again, we don't talk too much about the Bucs, but this young man played at my high school at Bonner. Aiden Garnes.
How many hometowns do you have exactly?
Well,
you've thrown out Tampa is your hometown.
Well,
Philly is your hometown.
I misphrased. Okay, where I live currently, Dean Patterson is at. Okay. And where my hometown is, where I went to high school, at Monsignor Bonner. Give him a shout out. Their head coach is here on the sidelines watching this young man. But hey, listen, the town is. I've given back a lot to that high school.
Clearly.
We're starting to develop a lot of good talent.
Well, here's the thing. The next time a player from St. Louis makes a play, you're going to say, you know what, that kid's from my hometown.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Maybe we'll get one later.
Pritchett, much better field position. Pritchett works through the traffic into Tampa Bay territory. Spun down just short of the 48. 43-yard punt, 18-yard return for Pritchett.
The 40-plus starts in college, Ian, that you're seeing right now.
Braylon Allen now in there at running back. Allen is a bulldozer. First down. Just short of the 35. That's an 8-yard rip for Braylon Allen.
Yeah, really nice job inside. Watch how this hole opens up. Wash it all down. You pull the guard. You got Jelani Woods pulling around. He really doesn't get touched till 8 yards, and that's a good thing because, like you said, 240, 245, maybe 250. This guy is yoked up. He's coming off an injury. He's running with intent in training camp, and he wants to prove not only is he back, but he's better than he was last season.
Offensive line, Mitchell in there, Hayes in there, Newman, Laval, and Okorafor. Pitch it. It's Allen. Allen wouldn't go down on first contact. Falls forward to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
Yeah, right over the 2 big tight ends. You know, we'll talk about the rookie, obviously, Kenyon Sadiq later, who hasn't been able to practice much, but Mason Taylor, we talked about him. Jelani Woods is another tight end, number 86. He just came out, but again, a featured player so far. He was drafted by Frank Reich at the Indianapolis Colts. They have a relationship together, and he's been a guy that stuck out in camp and someone to keep your eyes on.
Woods has dealt with a ton of injuries. Hamstring, turf toe, missed 2 full seasons. Inside run. Allen breaks free. Braylon Allen will take it the distance. Touchdown, Jets. A 31-yard rip. Jets have been physical, and they put a touchdown on the board.
An offensive explosion. Everything's going to be full flow, and the back's going to cut back. You got a nice cutback lane for Braylon Allen. Watch this. Good job by Mason Taylor. No one's there when you step down. Excuse me. Ruckert, and he's turning around, holds the edge off, and that's the space Braylon Allen needs, but it's the push up front. Now, these are the second string linemen that are in there for the Jets, so a little bit of an offensive explosion in the last 2 series.
Extra point from the veteran Jason Sanders. And he knocks it through to put New York in front, 10-0 with 2:07. The dynamic kickoff return man is Garrett Green. And he is dumped at the 32-yard line. And now the Jets ground attack presented by Kia. Going back to last season, Hall went over 1,000 yards. Isaiah Davis averaged 5.5 yards per carry. Braylon Allen, injured season for him, but he was over 4 yards per carry. Gives them a lot of optimism.
On the ball quite a bit last season.
Fake the handoff. It's a swing pass to Dennis Houston. And Houston is hit along the sideline at the 35-yard line by Jordan Clark. Clark in his second year out of Notre Dame. Buccaneers going no huddle here after the 4-yard pickup. 1.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Baseline. Step and throw. Hits Sean Tucker. Extra effort. He's got the first down. It's good for 8 yards.
Yeah, we got some new faces now in the game here as we get into the 3rd series. Andre Cisco, number 8, he's in the game. Dane Belton, we talked about him. He's in the game as well. And then linebackers, Maui Noah, who's played a lot last year, got to really excel at that linebacker position with some injuries. And, of course, some guys up front that are getting an opportunity, especially number 95, Darrell Jackson Jr., the rookie from Florida State, a massive human being.
New set of downs here for the Buccaneers. Set up the screen for Tucker. And he spilled out at the 47. It's a gain of 3 through the air. McCrary ball in on that stop for New York. They like their depth at the linebacker position. Certainly the leadership of Demario Davis. You mentioned it at the top of the show. Just someone that Aaron Glenn trusts going back to their days together in New Orleans.
Yeah, he's really stand the test of time. The way he's played the game, he stayed healthy and really looks like a young player. I mean, he has been a tremendous leader. He knows how to filter information from head coach, coordinator to players and keep the locker room in line where it needs to be.
Give it. No. Keep it. Baseline. Sleight of hand and a slide at the 45. That's good enough for another first down. Pickup of 8. End of the first quarter. The Jets have got a 10-0 lead over the Buccaneers. We'll have second. Tampa Bay rookie out of Kansas. Brings a different skill set. Very dangerous with his legs, although we've seen Bazelak use that when necessary. Work out of the pistol here to open up the second quarter. Bazelak throws, and it's on the line, caught at the 40-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain through the air for Tampa Bay. Some players that we will not see tonight for the Jets. Second down and 5 after the catch by Patterson. Dennis Houston for no gain. Stonewalled at the 40.
It's a nice job on the outside by Boris. He's getting some opportunities here. But again, those are some key pieces you just talked about.